What's up, my babies? Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to see you here. Did you guys watch my last two videos? Let me know, comment down below. I'm trying to see something. I know you guys have been missing me a little bit more on YouTube. I've been putting more attention onto other platforms. I'm feeling like, okay, you guys are missing me, but my last two videos did pretty trash. You would think that I've got to the point to where I just don't care when stuff doesn't do well, but I still kind of care. Why aren't you guys watching the video? Is it just the algorithm or are you guys not feeling it? I don't know. Let me know down below.
A few moments later.
So in this video, we're doing my hair. As you can see, it looks pretty freaking crazy, y'all. Like, it's that time. We're gonna do some lock petals. I did lock petals once before and they turned out fire. Honestly, I got so many compliments on it. Everybody was saying it was their favorite style on me. So I feel like I should do a video here for you guys, kind of showcasing exactly how I did it. I have a reel of me doing lock petals on Instagram and TikTok. So check that out if you haven't already. Stay tuned for this video because not only is this a transformation video, but we're also talking about some pretty juicy things. So stay tuned. I didn't even mean to press record, but cause I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the red line. I got full body goosebumps every time I freaking hear that song. Every time I hear it, every time I sing it, my ancestors are like going crazy. I love that song. Anyways, okay. Random. Oh, it's so random. Oh, my phone's ringing. I've been in a very singy mood, so maybe I should just sing this story time for you guys. Should I sing my tea? What do you guys think? Just kidding, I'm not doing that. But I could do that in another video. I don't know, comment down below and let me know. I honestly just love hearing from you guys. And you're just all around the freaking best. So how does that feel? Comment that down below as well. This time, I might leave down like a little bang. Should I leave down a little bang? Oh, that's kind of cute. Should I leave down two? If I do leave some hair down, like it's so frizzy here at the roots that I think I'm gonna have to like retwist it and then put these two in like a twist. But really and truly, I know that y'all wanna get into the tea. I know that's what you're really here for. I know that you guys don't actually give a fudge about this hair tutorial. Or am I wrong? Because I think like one or two of you guys actually give a crap. I think I lost my consciousness in a 6th dimension. I feel like if I were to just post like a lock tutorial, because I've been doing it on Instagram, I wonder if I should be styling my locks on YouTube and how that would do. So here I am. And we gonna see, but I feel like I have to talk about something juicy while I do it. If I don't, I feel like y'all are not gonna watch this video. Let's be real, if I just posted a video like my favorite hairstyle on my locks or something like that, do you guys really think you would click on it and watch it? And I need you to be so freaking serious, okay? You're just telling me that you wanna see what I'm already doing, but then I do it and you're not watching it? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Oh. I just have like conditioner in here. I know many of you guys are so anti-lock wax. This says oil and honey mostly, but it's kind of like a bit of like a waxy material. Honestly, a lot of times I just use oil. Sometimes I like to use like the very, very most small amount of wax just to make it look a little extra clean. Like, come on now. Y'all don't give me a hard time in the comments. You've done that before and I'm not here for it. Let me go take these two. Watch me now. All right, let's get to the real tea here. I wanted to talk to you guys about some comments and stuff that I get about my sexuality, which I have definitely done before. And my OG supporters that's been rocking with me for a minute definitely know the tea already, but a lot of you guys don't. And I feel like that's why I get certain comments that are kind of like, what? So I get comments like, dang, I guess she's gay now. Or I get comments like, oh no, her ex turned her out, meaning the man that I dated. Or my very favorite ones, real spicy and judgmental. Dang, I guess all the Odells are gay now. Or she's trying to be just like Natalie and Zasha. Those are my favorite ones. Because honestly, it's so inappropriate. I feel like, I get it though. I can't be mad. The fact that me, my sister, and my niece and nephew's mother all are dating a woman after dating men previously, I feel like the best way to explain it, God's sense of humor. Like, trust and believe. If you really knew all the details, you would realize how funny God is being. Like, I would have never expected this reality at all. Those that know me know your girl has liked women for a long time. You can ask my family. It's actually kind of hard to pinpoint when exactly I came out because I was kind of ripped out of the closet in 8th grade, but we're gonna get into that in a second. Growing up, I was under the impression that I was the only gay one in the family. And to be honest, I would never call myself gay at that time. I think when I really started having interest in other women was probably early middle school, like 6th grade, feeling attracted to other women and not really understanding what that was and what that meant. I feel like this is not totally an original experience. I mean, I think it's really common in the community. When we realize we're gay young, it can really lead to self-hatred and confusion. It can feel really hard to accept yourself when you're young, especially in a family that you don't think anyone else is gay and you don't think they really understand what being gay is or means either, because at that time I don't really feel like my family was where they are at now. You know, with having multiple women dating other women, like we've had much more experiences over the years with gay people, gay culture, just all of it. I feel like my family's way more enlightened now, but like me growing up, I don't feel like they really understood it. I don't want to say that they were homophobic, but they didn't really understand it. Like, well, why would a girl date a girl? Why would a guy mess around with a guy? Like, I don't really get that. That's the conversations really I kind of heard growing up. So for me, being around 6th grade and exploring these feelings that I'm feeling, I'm like, dang, I don't know what this is, but God, why did you make me like this? I had like a lot of like self-hatred and I just wanted to be like everybody else, and I didn't want to feel like anything was wrong with me. I ultimately felt like something was wrong with me because I also at that time was in a very small town called Ocala, Florida. The only other gay person I knew of was this kid. This poor boy went through so much in that community because it's such a small town. And I don't know if y'all know how small towns can be, but they can be very homophobic and they also can be very racist. He went through so much bullying and everybody talked about him and made him out to seem like such a weirdo. He was in like high school or something when I was in middle school. Nobody seemed to have understood, and if anything, it was looked on as an abomination, abnormal, a sin. Like, you know what I mean? Like how so many people even still feel about it today. But luckily I feel like people are way more accepting and stuff now. Back when I was a kid, it was not quite so. I was questioning myself a lot, which led to, like I said, a lot of confusion and self-hatred and honestly like trauma that as an adult I'm kind of just doing the shadow work on. There also being other gay people in my family now has helped heal for me, but even in ways triggered me at first to make me realize trauma that I had. It got worse when I got to 8th grade and I moved to South Florida. Now I'm in a bigger city and now I'm being more exposed to it. So once I ended up moving to South Florida, meeting girls that were like saying that they were lesbian and had girlfriends and were holding hands walking around the school, which mind you, I still think that's kind of crazy, like when middle schoolers do that crap, because we just be so bold with our little young butts being in relationships and kissing your boyfriend or girlfriend in the hallway. That's wild. I was never that quite bold. Getting to this new area and being exposed to more gay people, for me, it felt like being a kid in a candy shop. I literally felt like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is where I belong. So right away, I wanted a girlfriend. And not only that, y'all, I got me one. My first girlfriend was in 8th grade and I swore I was in love with that girl. And to be real juicy, not only did I have a girlfriend, I had a boyfriend too. But now that I'm looking back at it, I'm realizing that I feel like the boyfriend was a cover-up. And at that time, I didn't really know to do that or whatever. I just knew that like, I'm not comfortable with being out. I'm not comfortable with people knowing I like girls. I was only comfortable with telling my closest friends at the time. This boy who liked me, he was cool, he was sweet, but like, he wasn't my girlfriend. At the time, 8th grade Cena, felt so in love with, adored, like thought about all the time. Like first love, it felt like, you know what I mean? But young love, like real young love. It was just that impact, my first lesbian crush that I could actually interact with and it not just be in my head, was so powerful for me. You know, with the little boy, sorry if you're watching this, because I definitely only had one boyfriend in 8th grade, so you should know who you are. Yeah, I had a girlfriend at that time. And you did not know about it? And she knew about him? No, she knew. So I'm like, dang, looking back, he's who the school knew about me dating. But who I actually cared about, who I actually really was like feeling, was my girlfriend. So let me tell y'all how. Soup's cute. I like this already. Like low-key, I could wear this just like this. All right, let's do this side. Maybe in another video, I should do a story time on how I came out, because that's kind of a funny story as well too. Kind of got thrown out of the closet. Some of you guys have heard the story before, but I feel like a lot of you guys haven't. So if you would like to hear that, then let me know, because I'm definitely down to do a video talking about that. I could even do it like with my sister or something, because she was a part of it. I would say that I first started realizing that I liked women around 6th grade. I didn't come out until high school, like really start owning my sexuality. Even though I got thrown out of the closet in 8th grade, I definitely was not ready to be out of the closet. I denied it. At the time, I even wrote apology letters to my family. As an adult, I read that letter and I boohoo cried. I felt so bad for myself. Little Cena that felt like something was wrong with me. It still makes me so sad thinking about it, because when I tell you, I remember writing that letter after they found out. When I was writing the letter, I was boo-hoo crying so hard, and I just remember feeling like, God, why did you make me so sick? Like, why am I sick? I felt mentally sick. And it's so sad looking back. Like, damn, girl, little did you know, like, nothing was wrong with you. But to think of all the pain that I went through and held on to as a young girl all those years, that's so hurtful to think that way about yourself, especially over loving another human being. You know, we all have our feelings about it, and some of us are like, no, it's not natural. At the end of the day, I'm not here to argue with you on that. This video is not about that. I know that God made me exactly the way that I am, and that there's nothing wrong with me. It wasn't until high school though that I really was able to face my quote-unquote demons. It was definitely that shadow self, that version of myself that I was trying to suppress. The more I tried to not want to be with women, of course, the more I wanted to be. Like, you know how that goes. I was just feeling like, damn, like I just feel like I'm missing out on being able to experience being with another woman. And I felt that way all throughout dating men. I see certain comments like trying to tell me like as if I'm just following a trend or something, or just trying to be relevant with being gay. I don't know like what they think I'm doing. I had a couples channel at one point, and it was with a man that I was with for 8 years, which is such a long time. And I know a lot of people don't understand that too. Like, well, how were you with a man for so long then, if you felt like the whole time you were missing out on being with a woman? And to be honest, it's because I met him when I was 17 years old. It was my first actual real relationship, my first pretty much every single thing. I cared about him and I didn't want to hurt him. When I did feel like I was not really happy with dating a man, and at times not only did I feel that way, it was so obvious that there were multiple times throughout that relationship that he told me he felt like I was supposed to be with a woman. He didn't really want to let me go, and didn't really want to hurt him either. So I want to say like I was just there for pity, because I was very confused as well too. Okay, I love him, so doesn't that mean I should be with him? Should I really like risk someone who loves me and is saying they want to be with me and spend their life with me, felt like was my best friend? Should I risk that to date women because I really feel like that's what my soul wants to do? I was confused between, is that your soul, or are you just like horny? Like, let's be real. Though it wasn't like I was just imagining just being with women like sexually, I was imagining being with women emotionally. To be able to just love on her always felt like that would be such a gift. I don't know what it was, but it just felt like to love a woman and for her to allow you to love her, just allow you to just be a part of her damn world, a part of her life, a part of her story, a part of her journey, a part of her body. Like, all of that is such a gift. I feel like I never felt like that from a man. I'm gonna be honest, never felt that way. Even though I felt like attracted to men, like, oh yeah, this person's cute. I did picture having a husband growing up. As a little girl, you picture getting married and it's to a man, and so you can have a baby, and you know, like that was the norm. That's what I envisioned mostly until like I started getting older, and I was like, why am I having fantasies about being with a woman? So at some point I did break up with the man that I was with. You guys wouldn't have really known this, but like there was one time specifically that I broke up with him solely because of that reason, because I was just like, I feel like I can't ignore this side of me anymore. If I don't take this time for myself and explore my sexuality, then I may never get to, because like I said, I met him at 17 and I think I was like 20 something when I made that decision. I was just like, he wants to marry me, he wants to have babies. Like, I need to know if I even want to be with a man, or what if I do want to be with women. Ever since that relationship with him ended, it's been like 3 years ago now, I've solely dated women. And to be honest, my experience going from dating a man to dating a woman literally felt like, wow, So this is what it's supposed to feel like. My first girlfriend after dating a man, I felt like now things made sense. I went from feeling like I had no sex drive before to feeling like I wanted to mess around all the time. I went from feeling like something was wrong with me, like why do I never want to be intimate? What's going on? Like, I don't know. I went from feeling like something was wrong with me to feeling like, oh, this is why. A lot of times I thought there were issues with me because we would go months and months without being intimate, without, you know. For me, I literally wouldn't even realize. And then he would bring it up and I would feel bad. So then I would because I felt bad. That was how it was a lot of the time for me. I felt like, well, dang, like in a relationship, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Everybody around me too would always say things like, oh, if you want to keep your man, like you better be putting out. I would get that advice. So I felt like, dang, like I need to do my job as a woman, especially if I'm trying to not get cheated on. That's a lie, by the way, ladies. You will still get cheated on even if you're putting out when you don't want to. So do not be feeling forced is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So I found myself in a relationship with a man for a really long time, and throughout that entire relationship questioning what would it be like. But I thank God that I ended up making the decisions that I needed to make for myself. Now I'm at a place in my life where I don't really care so much to put labels on things. I'm not obsessing about am I lesbian or am I bisexual. Part of me would love to just call myself a lesbian. I will say that because growing up being the little Cena in, I think it was like freshman year high school, I was so obsessed with like watching the L Word. And you know, the L Word was that show for lesbians and gay people. We had no representation really. When the L Word came along, when I came across it, that was huge for me. I felt like I was living through that show. Like, oh my God, this would be a dream for me to be able to have a lifestyle like these ladies. These lesbian women were leading not only normal lives, it felt like successful lives, having community around them, other girls dating girls, and support and friends, like as if it was normal. And to me, coming from an environment where no, that was not normal, literally felt like a dream. Like that felt like something I don't even think I could obtain. I literally would watch it under the blankets in my bed at night when I knew everybody was sleeping, in my own little dream lesbian world where that was not only normal, but okay. And that women could love other women openly and be bad bitches, make money and be successful. I was just like, oh my God, that would be a freaking dream. Oh yes, some days I wake up in bed with my girlfriend and I look over at her and I'm like, oh my goodness, I am a grown woman dating another woman proudly, openly, living a beautiful life. Oh, I feel like I want to cry. Living a beautiful life, that little Cena, if I would have looked at myself today, I would think that I'm the coolest person ever. And that's so cool. And not to say that I'm not, I'm not perfect. I got a lot to work on. But just with what I'm talking about, little Cena, like to be like, wow, you're openly dating a woman, like proudly, and you don't have any feelings of feeling like I'm wrong for it, or like I'm sick mentally, or like this is off, or this is weird, or none of that. I've let go all of that and I've healed all of that within myself. And that's what I wish for any of you guys out there watching this video. You are not wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. You are made divinely and perfectly and intentionally to be exactly who you are, and love who you love, baby. Because at the end of the day, love is all that matters. And I know that that sounds so cliche and we all love to say it, but at the end of the day, if you don't got love, you don't got nothing. Do not be ashamed about who you love. Go for it. Do not make yourself feel crappy or less than. I don't want to hear it. And if I do, I'm gonna be really mad at you. I want you guys to be strong, bro. I want you guys to be authentically yourself. That's what I'm striving to. That's what we need more of in this world, and I feel like it is going that way. I feel like more and more people are waking up to the truth, allowing themselves to be authentically themselves. And I think that's why so many people are saying things nowadays like, oh, now everybody's gay these days. I'm gonna be honest, I was even feeling like that. I'm like, all right, now all y'all can't be gay. Like, how did everybody become gay all of a sudden? And I had to check myself to be like, you know what? It's not that everyone's becoming gay, it's that everybody was already dang near gay. Or just needed the right environment to be able to be open enough to explore their sexuality. With more and more people coming out, more and more people speaking out for the community and normalizing people in same-sex relationships and stuff, the more that happens, the more we're creating the environment for people to feel safe, be able to explore their sexuality and to be able to come out. And I think that that's a beautiful thing. Of course, it can cause some confusion. Some people are gonna try it out and it's not gonna be for them. Some people are concerned about the gay agenda and how, you know, some people do feel like it's been really forced down our throats and stuff. I feel like I see where people are coming from, because I have seen certain TV shows push the gay agenda to the extent where I felt like they were trying to be overly vulgar with it and inclusive to the point to where it didn't feel natural, if you get what I'm saying. Like, a lot of times the actors aren't even gay and you can tell. I get where people are coming from, but for those of you that are in fear of that, just understand this. People were gay from the beginning of time. And whether we allow gay people to be represented in TV shows and commercials and children's books or not, yo babies is gonna be gay if they're gay. Whether there was a time where being gay could have literally gotten you killed or not, people were still gay. So allowing your kids to see gay people in a commercial is not going to make them gay. That's not what makes people gay. People are gay because they're gay. And I'm speaking from experience, because I did not have the representation. I still somehow ended up being gay. That's why I'm saying, like, those of you that's worried, feeling like the gay agenda is being too pushed, and maybe you got kids and you're like, all right, like, I don't really prefer my kids to be gay. And honestly, to each his own. I don't judge you for that. If you don't prefer it, that's fine. But they're gonna be gay regardless, so just don't worry yourself about it too much. And if anything, looking at it more of like, all right, well, if they're gonna be gay, hopefully they can be mentally stable. Because a lot of us got some issues growing up and being told and being made felt like something was wrong with us when really nothing is wrong with us. We had a lot of issues and trauma to deal with because of that. At this point, it's like, at least we can try to help you understand it, so that way you don't have to grow up and be feeling like something's wrong with you. One side of my hair is done. What do we think? I'm gonna do this other side real quick and show you guys the final reveal. I actually forgot to do my edges. You're kind of seeing the reveal a little bit, but just don't focus too hard. My hair's turning out super cute and I love that for me. In a positive way. Woo! The thunder! Oh Lord. It's like a hurricane outside. So my sister coming out really made me have to look at myself, my own traumas, and even in the relationship that I was in and stuff too. I was still with a man and I was still having feelings of like, well dang, being with a man means I'm not with a woman. Ultimately, that just wasn't for me. Like, the relationship wasn't for me. I was meant to date women. I was meant to be on my own journey, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I tried to force that situation for too long, hence people being so confused. Like, well wait, didn't she date a man forever and now she's dating women? Like, oh, is she following along in her sister's footsteps? Is she just doing it for a trend or da, da, da? Hopefully this brings you guys some clarity, because no, it's not a trend. Your girl got the trauma to prove it, bruh. Like, I am gay, baby. I love women. I love dating women. I am gonna continue to date. Well, you know, I have a girlfriend. I love my girlfriend and I'm super blessed. So hopefully this clears it up for you guys. My hair turned out really cute and I love doing it with you guys. I honestly love chopping it up with you guys too. So. Honestly, this is probably my favorite style to do on myself. I love this style. Lock petals eat. You have locks and you haven't done lock petals, like what are you waiting for? Thank me later, because they're just so nice. I mean, I didn't make them up, but come on now, let me be your inspiration, because baby. Comment down below if you guys enjoyed the story time mixed with a little lock tutorial, little hair tutorial. Let me know, comment down below. I will make more videos like this. I love talking to you guys. Peace out. I'll see you in my next video. Much love, babies.